want to talk about some few things real quick before I get into the anime review. For instance, last episode felt a lot more enjoyable in my opinion compared to this episode, but honestly, in a whole, I did like this episode, and I've started to notice after the second episode that this series is more for the calming romance and just seeing the story slowly progress. It's a very slow-paced story, which is fine by me, and I can deal with that. Now, I'm not complaining on nothing of the series. It just felt like this anime episode didn't have as much entertainment value as the last one. But of course, the first episode's supposed to have that high amount of entertainment value to be able to keep you to want to watch the series. So let's look past that. The animation quality of this episode, was it good? Yes, the animation quality was good. Average animation quality. Certain parts were really beautiful, especially with that boundary train going up into like the, I guess, heaven or whatever, with all the different gods, which was really freaking cool. I love the CGI effect around that train. It really stood out with the background art, and the way they choose the art style and the actual, like, above and the upper realm was really beautiful. I love the entire design choice of that. They did a good job, I guess, just showing it off. Now, the characters of this episode, I'm really starting to warm up to Inari. I mean, at the most, right now, as I can see, a lot of people would probably be complaining on her character. She probably seems to be a very standard main female character in middle school that seems to be very, I guess, ignorant, clumsy, a ditz, doesn't know much, and seems to just be very overactively shy, which is fine. I don't get bugged by those type of character traits, but I know a lot of people that probably watch a lot of different anime will probably get very bugged by this. This is probably something that would bug a lot of people with your main character. But at the course right now, I like our main character, so I'm going to look past her. She's a good main character. Sumizomi and Inari actually getting together this episode and get to see some really good character development with them was a major plus. I mean, at last episode, we really didn't get to see much character development with Sumizomi. I mean, we saw how she seemed to be the perfect girl of the series and that Inari wanted to be her. That's pretty much what we got that last episode, and that she was most likely had a crush on the main male character. So in this episode, they concluded up. We get to see interactions between Inari and Sumizomi, and actually get to see how they are starting to become close friends. And we also get revealed this episode that Sumizomi actually was not in love with the main male character. She was just talking to him about being a manager to the basketball club. So I really like that, the way they managed to trick me with that. So I thought this was going to be a love triangle. It could probably still turn into that, but it was not a love triangle at this moment of this episode. And so Inari actually has a chance to be with the main male character. There were some good, hilarious moments in this episode. A lot of very stiff comedy gags. I mean, the gags were funny in certain aspects and just different elements, but it felt very cliche in different ways. I mean, for one, I gotta say, the entire aspect where they were trying to force Inari to use her transformation power, or she would have to go train up in the to be a god for a couple years. It was an interesting concept. I enjoyed that, yeah. But the way they took it was not enjoyable, honestly. I mean, it was funny, yeah, but in my opinion, it was just, it felt very bland. They could have been a lot better with that instead of having just a bunch of, I guess, spirits and all that and gods come down to mess with Inari and trying to make her transform with just different antics. I know a lot of people probably think that was very funny, but in my opinion, I didn't think it was that enjoyable and hilarious, because I've seen a lot of hilarious things. But looking past that, I did like the certain aspects of fan service this episode. There was a couple scenes of fan service with Uka, and that just, wow, you know what I'm talking about if you remember from the episode. Good episode with fan service, actually. I have to agree on that one. Now, the ending is mainly where the actual main story seems to be picking up, and what we can probably expect next episode with some good character development, with also an actual plot starting to form. For instance, we get the brother to Inari just interrupt her conversation with Uka while they're sitting there having a hug, and or basically talking, having a good freaking moment, and just slaps her hand, gets her away from Uka, the god that gave Inari her powers, and just the episode ends. I was like, what the freaking hell is this crap? So, I like the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger keeps me interested, and I want to see what happens in the next episode. Everybody, tell me what you think about this episode of Inari Konkon. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? I mean, let me know what your opinions are so far on the series after 2 episodes. Are you actually enjoying this series like you should? And what do you think about the way the romance elements are being handled? Everybody, a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please stay safe. Chibi out.